We hear a lot about English becoming more important in Japan. That's partially true. Actually, what people are talking about is business English becoming more important in Japan. Hello, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Japan. Business English is an important part of Japan's future. Japanese government recognises this, the educational ministry recognises this, and people in business recognise this, because as Japan's population goes down, companies go out, they have to bring people in. The whole interaction of speaking with foreigners, be the foreigners located overseas or in Japan, means English is going to be the most critical interface. So, how do we get better at English? But particularly, how do we get better at business English? Now, plenty of eikaiwa classes, plenty of English language classes available, but business English classes, not so easy. How about a different type of study program for English with Dale Carnegie Training? Now, we have some very, very great tools available to help you study business English. Did you know that I do 3 podcasts every week in English on key business topics around communication, leadership, sales, presentation skills, all very, very much in the centerpiece of business English subjects. Now, I do these every week. They're about 7 to 10 minutes long, normally. And the beauty of these podcasts is that they are so easy to listen to, because they're not very long. Plus, if you're listening on your mobile, you can adjust the speed so you can actually slow down the speaking speed that you're listening to. Also, you get the transcript of what I'm saying. So you can listen and read what is being said at the same time. And that is a really great facility. So I do 3 podcasts. One is called The Leadership Japan Podcast. Another one is called The Presentations Japan Podcast. And the other is The Sales Japan Podcast. So depending on your interest or your business need, you could select all 3 or any one of those 3 to listen to. Adjust the speed, read the transcript, and because they're not long, they're not very long pieces, you can play them, you can repeat them over and over again. So that's one thing, and that, by the way, is completely free. Go to wherever you receive your podcast from and just search for the Leadership Japan series or the Presentations Japan series or the Sales Japan series. Now, another area where we have great resources for you is on video. Our YouTube channel, Dale Carnegie Training Japan, has got tremendous, we have 530 videos on that channel, and the vast majority, at this point in time anyway, are in English. Now, I've done about 60 very short videos. They're all how to something or other. You know, how to do this, how to do that. They're about 3 minutes long. And again, this is very, very easy because it's video. You can play it and repeat very simply. Just play and repeat and listen. Okay, in this case, video you can watch, obviously, but you can play, repeat. And these are, again, very much business context subjects. So that also is completely free. If you'd like to work on your English skills, you could move up into something like Confident English. Now, this is a particular program we developed here in Japan. We don't have it anywhere else in the Dale Carnegie world. We only have it here in Japan because companies would come to us, particularly gaishike companies, foreign multinational companies would come to us and say, you know what, we've got a big problem here. Our Japanese team members are really, really good they're smart, they're capable, wonderful. But when we have the visiting VIPs come to Japan and we're all in the meeting room, our Japanese colleagues, silent. They don't say anything. When we're in the room and it's a video conference, same thing, silent. We're in the room, it's a phone conference, again, silent. So headquarters gets the wrong impression about Japan. Oh, Japanese team members are not committed. Oh, Japanese team members are not motivated. Japanese team members have nothing to say. Japanese team members have no ideas. Wrong impression. But because of this silence, that's the only conclusion they can draw from what they're looking at. However, we put together a 3-week program called Confident English. This is a great program. It's not about teaching you eikaiwa skills. You've gotten to a level of eikaiwa. This takes you to the next level above eikaiwa to take what you already have. Invariably, you will have plenty of vocab necessary, enough vocabulary necessary. You'll have enough grammatical structures necessary. What you don't have is the confidence to speak up, how to raise a question, how to disagree, how to state your opinion, and do it with confidence. Do it with a voice that says, listen to me, I have something important to say. Now, when you're dealing with foreign business people, they can be very strong. They can cut people off and they can push their opinion. We teach you how to deal with all of that so that you get heard. Japan gets heard. Your ideas are put out there. Your questions are asked. Your maybe opposing opinion is heard. So these are sorts of things in Confident English that do very, very well. Now, when we look at people who come in week 1, we look at week 3, big difference between week 1 and week 3. So you could become someone who has the capacity, using the English you already have, and you know what? Your English does not have to be perfect. And this is, I think, is a big problem for Japanese people. You're so perfectionists. You know, you're such perfectionists, I should say. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, if I say in Japanese, Watashi ikimasu Tokyo eki, it's incorrect. The verb is in the middle, like in English. It should be at the end. But you understand what I'm saying. Oh, he means Watashi Tokyo eki ni ikimasu. You understand that? And the same for us in English. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, or you know, maybe it's an unusual choice of word, we're used to that. We are used to that. If you're growing up in Europe and people speaking English with all sorts of different accents and all sorts of different ways of doing it. If you're in America, multicultural country, Canada's like that, Australia's like that. You know, many, many countries are like that. So for native speakers of English, we're used to that. This is not a big surprise to us. No problem. So we know you have enough grammar, you have enough vocabulary, you can do it. Confident English is what you need to get you there. Now, another program we have, which is great, is called Successful Public Speaking. We also, obviously, we offer this in Japanese mainly. I mean, 95% of our training we do it in Japanese, but we have this as a public program. Same as Confident English, that's also a public program. Successful Public Speaking is a public program. You can come and for a whole day, you're taught how to do public speaking, how to design it, how to target your audience, how to deliver it, and you get lots and lots of practice. Great opportunity to work on your business English, because I'm sure there'll be things you'll need to report on, or you'll need to be able to give some information to people, how to do that in English in a very effective way. This is real world business English, so it's very, very helpful. Just one day. If you'd like to really work on your English, we have another program. This is 12 weeks, called the Dale Carnegie Course. 12-week long program, fantastic program. The value of this program, Japanese or English, it doesn't matter. It's a fantastic program. We do it in English. Now we have lots and lots of Japanese people doing this program in English because they want to get the benefit of the content and they want to polish their English skills. They want to work on their English skills. So in this course, it's not lecture. You're not sitting there, boring lecture all night for 12 weeks in a row. It's highly interactive. So you get a chance to speak. You're in small groups. You can share opinions. You get to report on the discussion. Coaches are drawing you out to get you to talk about things. You're reporting on good news. Okay, you're going through the role plays. You're doing exercises. This is real world English. This is not some manufactured business English class by people who have never really been in business. That's something you want to be careful of, all right? People who have never really been in business are now teaching you business English. Well, I don't know about that. All of our team are experienced professionals in business, and we teach these hardcore business programs. In Japanese, we teach them in English. So you're getting the real stuff here. So that's 12 weeks, 3.5 hours per time over that period of time. So time-space learning, so you have time to practice, really helps people a lot. Get a lot of feedback from our Japanese participants. Oh, that was really great. I got some fantastic information. I got some great ideas, and I got to practice my English as well. This is fantastic. Great combination. The last one I'd like to recommend for you is called our high impact presentations. Now this is 2 days, 2 instructors. We video everything. So we're taking you through the key presentation structures you're going to need to give presentations, teach you how to design them. Then we do lots of practice, and we video, and you get coaching from the instructors on what you're doing. While you're doing them, then the chip comes out of the camera, and we now go to the review room with the other instructor. Now you're up on the big screen, and you can see yourself as you're giving your presentation. Now you're getting coached again on what you're seeing on that screen, and you get to keep the chip. So, you know, you can go home and review and look at what you did and listen to that on the soundtrack and watch yourself. Fantastic program. Oh, fantastic program. This, I mean, if you don't think your English is good enough yet to do this program, or good enough yet to do the Dale Carnegie course, or to do successful public speaking, do them in Japanese, because the content is so fantastic. If you can do it in English, great. If you can't do it in English, do it in Japanese first, and then maybe come back and do it in English later. So high impact presentations, 2 days, fantastic. And we really help you with the delivery, all right? So again, it doesn't require perfect English. It doesn't matter if you have grammatical mistakes. It doesn't matter if you have mispronunciation. It doesn't matter if you are sort of searching for words or your vocabulary is rather small. There are plenty of English speakers who have the same problem, and yet we can understand them. We have plenty of people speaking in English with very strong foreign accents, but we can understand them. So we can understand you too. And high impact presentations will give you so much confidence to go beyond the limitations that you have now about, oh, I'm not perfect in English. Take that right away. You will become super confident. And even with whatever vocabulary you have, grammar you have, you will take that right out there and become a fantastic communicator. This is not studying linguistics. This is not an academic study. Everything I've talked about in this video is about being a communicator in English, in business. And that's what we really want to see. Big improvements in Japan in business English. And Dale Carnegie, we are here to help you. All of those podcasts, those 3 podcasts that are coming out every week, 530 videos, of which we've got 60, which are just a short version, and there are many others. There are whole courses in English there, whole course on sales, whole course on presentation skills in English. It's all there. You know, these are free programs. Confident English, not a very expensive program. Successful public speaking, not a very expensive program. 12 weeks, Dale Carnegie Course, yes, there's a little bit of an investment there. High impact presentations, yes, there's a bit of an investment there, but it's a great investment in you. And what are you going to do if you're not going to do this? What else is out there that can really help you with your business English in real world, very, very practical terms, improve your business English? So, work with Dale Carnegie, take advantage of what we have here for free, and think about joining some of these programs and see what you think. And you'll find, I know you will find, this will really help you in your career, in your business, and it'll really lift your confidence, because confidence makes all the difference in business, especially when you're speaking a foreign language. So let's get our whole momentum going forward and going up, and work on our careers, work on our business, and go forward to a much higher, much improved level of our business English with Dale Carnegie Training Japan.